Chicago Bears looking to turn things around. And we see Deebo tweet out today, not struggling at all, just not getting the ball. Do you view this as a big deal in San Francisco?
No, no, I don't. I don't view it as a big deal because he's telling the truth. Because you try to address the drama, you try to address the rumors and all this nonsense, and that's what he did. That's why these social media platforms can be a gift and a curse because it's always up for interpretation. What he's saying is he's not getting the ball, but he's not upset. He's not frustrated. He's not struggling. He's saying if he got the ball more, he'd be able to make more of an impact. He had 2 catches for 22 yards. He had 3 targets on the day. That's 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 the truth. Would anybody be frustrated? Yeah. I mean, you saw AJ Brown and Devontae Smith get frustrated in the game. They were winning because they weren't getting targeted and weren't getting the ball, and the quarterback was literally looking at them, watching them be wide open and not throwing them the ball. And I told Eagles fans, don't get me started. Don't get me started, Eagles fans, because you guys, again, I read the comments, and you guys get into a place where you're saying I'm not respecting you, and I don't see how great you're doing in Philly, and I do. It's a talented team. And what I said is you're very Saquon reliant. If Saquon has a bad game at the wrong time, you guys do not have a way to overcome that. Not because you don't have an immensely talented team on both sides of the football. You do. But Jalen Hurts, for some reason, I do not know why, is not seeing the field like he has in the past. He's not seeing it. And unless he does see it, it's gonna be tough. But no, I don't think this is a big deal about Deebo saying that. He's frustrated. He hasn't gotten a lot of targets. He hasn't gotten a lot of stuff to go his way right now. And if he makes an impact this Thursday and has 140 yards receiving and runs the ball for a touchdown or 2, I'm sure this will all go away and everybody will be like, yeah, it is what it is. But it's just one of those seasons. They're having an off year. They're having a bit of a down year. There's 5-7 now, or 6-7, and people need something to talk about. And this is what they're going to talk about. Is this the last season, Deebo's last season with the 49ers? I doubt it. But what do I know?
I just find it weird, man. I mean, here they go. They pay Brandon Ayuk all this money in the offseason, and obviously they got Deebo in house, who's by all accounts an absolute stud and a menace with the ball in his hands. The Yak King, I believe, if you want to call him that now. But Richard, even when Brandon Ayuk was healthy, he wasn't getting the huge amount of targets, and neither is Deebo. This is going to our guy, third and Juwan Jennings. I mean, Juwan Jennings is rising to the occasion. What do you think it is, though, about Brock Purdy not? You think it's scheme, or do you think it's just he likes a bigger receiver to throw to?
Well, I mean, he just got a great rapport with Juwan. And Juwan's a great separator. If you're a receiver that's consistent on third down, it's because you can separate. And you can separate in a really great way. And Juwan could get open in the phone booth. Brandon is more of a deep threat, and he had a good 140-yard game before he got injured. It's just a weird year. That's the only way to put it. I don't think they trust the offensive line to hold up, especially with Trent injured right now. Teams have packed the inside, and that's a lot of times where Deebo has done most of his damage, is taking slant routes to the house, taking screens and getting out of there. I think a lot of times they're starting to sniff out the screens, sniff out the runs, the jet sweeps that they've given to Deebo, even when he's in the backfield and they try to give him little zone reads. It's not working out because they just understand it. They're putting him in a position that it's becoming a bit predictable, and people are making plays. And so I don't think it's a big deal. I think Kyle's going to get it figured out. And I think if it was a big deal, Kyle would have came out and said something about it. He hasn't. So it is what it is.